This is a part of a pull wagon that has the tires connected to it, has the pull handle on it, and it has the thing that makes it guide right and left. And it has come off the wagon, and the paint is coming off. I'm going to guess this was probably powder coated. I might be wrong. It might just been a paint. It really needs to be painted again. These bolt like screw, they're bolts, but they're a bolt actually. Well, I guess it would be a bolt with a nut on it. It's kind of like a screw top though. There's 4 of those in. Whatever you want to call those. There's 4 of them, and they got to come out so that things can be, so I can get more bolts back in there. And I don't know whether I'm just going to use washers to put it back in the wagon, or if I'm going to have to put something in there to hold it. But find out how it looks after I get this done. So I'm going to try to remove those and get started with the rest of it. It definitely could use some paint. Well, I didn't have a grinder, so what I done was I drilled this one. I put the socket on the bottom on the nut side, and I just drilled right into the middle of the bolt and just rimmed it until it broke right off. Just kind of rimmed on it and worked on the other one until I got it out. So I'm working on this one now. Well, I got them all out. So it's been easier just to grind them off, but I don't have a grinder, so I could have got one, but I just did it my way. I just used that drill bit, wherever I needed to get them out. And here's the wagon, and it needs a paint job too. And the bottom's getting very thin here. In some places, looks like it's tore out, or it's tore like it is. So this part's pretty good. You could use a paint job. This was my mom's, and now I've got it. And it's had a kind of a rough life, looks like. But I'm planning on putting a board in here and putting that into that and see if that will do. A piece of metal would have been great to put in, actually the whole bottom of it, and screwed it right to it. But I'm just going to put, I don't know of nothing on a piece of sheet metal that I've got, so I'm going to put a piece of wood in here. I don't know how big, and then bolt this from the bottom up to it. I'll actually bolt down from the top down to do this. So let's see how this is going to work out. Well, today's a new day. Yesterday I didn't finish this up. I got this this wagon was originally my mama's. I've got it now. She don't need it anymore. She's not able to work anymore. So I've got this wagon now, and it needs a paint job, and it needs a whole board in the bottom of it, or a whole. In my opinion, it would be good to have a whole board, or a piece of sheet metal would be really great if you could make it work out great. Maybe just take these screws out here and put holes in it and screw it down all the way through. But I'm just going to use, I don't have a piece of sheet metal for that. And whole board will be great too, but I'm just going to use a couple pieces of a decking board. And what I've done is I've marked it with the holes. I've had to mark and mark. I tried to do it with these holes in here, and then I took the other piece from the wheels and I marked it with this plate here, and the other piece there, rounding piece. And then what I'm going to do is, what my plan is to, I'm going to put one in the top, and then I'm going to go into the bottom, put another one on the bottom of that. And then I'm going to put my wheels back on and try that. I haven't got a tripod set up out here, so I'm going to have to do stuff off camera, but I'll be back. What I'm going to do here is I got these kind of evened out. I'm going to drill the holes all the way through, and I got some bolts at the hardware store, a 1/4 inch, and I'm losing some of my stuff out here. Hope I didn't lose nothing where I can't find it. And the bottom of that is pretty rough. It's pretty wore out. I hope this works, but if it don't, I'll just have to redo. I don't know how long this that I'm doing will work. As long as it works, I ain't gonna worry about it. But if it gets to where it's not working anymore, it's tearing up really bad, and I can't use it no more, I'll have to do another plan. Yeah, this thing definitely needs, as I've said more than once, I think, in this video, it needs a paint job. Needs to be pressure washed and cleaned up. But I'm going to need this pretty soon, hopefully. So I need to get it done in a timely manner here. Well, it's already in bad shape. I might have should have just drilled new holes anyway. I see one hole here is working. What I'll do is I'll just run a drill bit through here and get those out, because what's the holes is there. That one's busted out, but it's pretty good. That one's pretty good. That's big, and that one's just pretty much rotten. So I'll do what I can do here to repair that. Drilling these holes here would been much better. I'm just holding it, but it'd be much better if you'd put a C-clamp, a couple of C-clamps on it to hold it in the right spot. Kept everything lined up real good, but I'm just doing it by holding it. I'll like one more hole on both boards here. So we'll do that, and I'll be back. What I've done here, I've got two different sizes of bolts here. They had shorter ones on one side than the other on the original, and of course I'm putting two pieces of board, so I just got these bolts here that's told me it didn't matter what kind of head it was. There was a type of like a square or something head on the other ones, but these will work out, I think. I got washers. Hope it works out. And what I've done, I just made my first hole, and then I will go after that and work on it. Get my bolt in the first one. If you do this, make sure your bolts are long enough. I should have, I don't know about the other bolts, how they're going to work out, but these ones on this side, I should have got the same size as the other ones. I think there's an inch difference. I just went on and I used this multi-tool by Craftsman, this one that does the back and forth, and I took them down some. Now if I'd have had something big as my washer, I could have countersunk those if I had a drill bit that big, and I might have somewhere, but I didn't figure I had in that kit in there, and I didn't go looking for one nowhere. But I'm going to try this, see how it looks, see how it works. The looks really don't matter to me. On this one, I couldn't do much because of this knot here. See how this works. Be very cautious when using that tool. I touched my skin a little bit. It didn't do bad, but it could have been a lot worse if it had really got on it. So be very cautious when using that. So I didn't have them deep enough. I had to work on them some more. They look pretty rough. And now my battery run down, so I'll see what I can do. I wasn't thinking the washer's not going to actually be on this anyway. It's going to be on the other part. So I'm going to try to get a larger bit and take this down some. Whatever I can find in my kit. That's larger, the largest one. I'm using a DeWalt bit set. Well, I'm doing trial and error here. Made those holes bigger. I don't know if that's going to help anything or not. I would think not, because that just makes the holes bigger. What I needed to be done was tuck down more. I tried to take it down some with my drill bit. I don't know how long this is going to work out. Actually, I always try to remember, get long enough bolts when you're doing this. Well, it's starting to rain. Trial and error. That's when you don't know how to exactly do what you know what you want to do, but you don't know how to do it. This stuff because you didn't get the right parts. What I've done is I tried to put that nut on there, trying to sink that in here, and see if that'll help. Well, you get washers planning on using them. Sometimes if you get the bolt too short, you end up not using them. I used two out here, and this one actually I lost a nut and found a nut that had a washer built in, but then I used the other washer on there. I used the washers inside. But if you're doing this on a wagon that's maybe got the same situation, just learn from my mistakes, because when I do stuff like this, some people, I believe I've seen it done, probably, and it's probably done a lot. They may do a job and then break it back down, and have all the tools right there with them that you need, and have everything already pre-drilled if I had to pre-drill it on anything. I think I've seen a car job that was probably already that may have already been done, that they just redone. I might have seen more than one, but anyway, my jobs are, I don't think I put anything on the channel that I pre-done and went back and redone again. So I have trial and error. So learn from my mistakes and do it your way. It works. This is Jeff for Jeff's This and That channel. Until next time, bye for now.